Hey guys, Optimus Prime 86 here for another unboxing, installation, and review of a familiar face in a way, because we've already reviewed Fortress Maximus on this channel before. But today, what I'm unboxing and reviewing is a set of upgrade kits that I have just acquired from a friend on Facebook. Tony, if you're watching this, thank you so much for these beautiful upgrade kits. So we have, first of all, Fortress Maximus sword, which is going to be the first one that we're going to open and take a look at in a minute, because it's going to be the easiest one to put together. Then we also have the DKO2 DNA Design Fortress Maximus upgrade kit. So basically this one comes with a new set of hands, new set of torso cannon or midsection cannon, as well as a couple pieces that become the legs of Cerebros, as well as the side of the head for Fortress Maximus. So we're gonna put that on in a few minutes, but basically this is the packaging. Well, let's go with the nice little blueprint design from DNA Design. Thank you so much for creating these. And the other one is the DKO4 DNA Design Fortress Maximus Upgrade Kit. This one is for the foot, basically. And so it has a couple ramps that, once installed in a few fashion, as you can see in the base mode, provide like ellie pads. And it also comes in form the feet there at the end to basically as like kind of a slipper. So depending on which mode you put them in, so those are basically interchangeable. But these, at least this one, I don't know about this one yet, but I know that this one will require a screwdriver and a bit of unscrewing to put on, but we will do all that together. So there we go, the DKO4. So without further ado, let's get this show on the road. So one thing I didn't do in the last video, and I'm going to do this first before I go any further and forget, is a size comparison for Fort Max. So yeah, he stands about 2 feet tall, but on camera that's a bit hard to say what that's like. So I'll compare with a few figures that I set aside here for this review. So first, I'll bring in a couple leader class. One from the last block, the Power of the Prime, Titan's Return. So same block as our friend Fortress Maximus here. So that's what the leader looks like. And then with Siege, which this one I'm taking it because he is literally the biggest leader, him and Galaxy Upgrade Optimus Prime. So Ultra Magnus, because the other ones are more Voyager size, so I wanted to get, because I'm gonna bring a Voyager in anyways. So there we are. So Voyager, as we're speaking of, so this is the same toy line as our friends here, Blaster and Fort Max. So this is Triple Changer Octone, which a review will be coming on the channel as well soon. And we have one of the Seekers from the Siege line here, Voyager, one of the Rainmakers. Now, Deluxe class, since they're pretty much the same size, I just took Siege Blue Streak as our exemplar. I'll move this one here to the side a little bit. Then we have Legend class Beachcomber. Let's put this one over here so you can see next to each other. One of the little Battle Masters, might as well. Oops. Come on, steady your footing. Did I forget something? No. It's just a bit hard to stand up. There we go. And then finally, a little tiny Headmaster. So let's move this one over. Of course, So this one I'll just take away. No, he just doesn't want to cooperate. And here you have it, folks. He is massive. Now, I know he's already beautiful, but now let's make him even more beautiful. So let me put these aside for the moment. I will put them back in their place later. Alright. So, let's start with the sword, as I was saying earlier. Let's open the packaging. And more little packaging. Which, you know, redundant but good, because they can't rub against each other and scratch any paint. I may actually customize this sword before I put it on display, but for today, we'll go with factory ships. There we are. And the last piece. Oh, this is big. Alright, so this part right here is going to come and hook up. Yep, in this part right here. And you're going to see that there is tabs for it to come and lock in. And then same thing up here, but on the other side. Yeah. A little balancing act. 1 second. Oh, that's right. Don't want to break it. Okay. Let me figure this one out. Maybe I have it backwards. That would explain it. There we are. So, in it goes. And in it goes. So with the pins facing the outside. So see how there's little tabs? So these have to be facing outwards. And this is what the sword looks like. Pretty massive, if I have to say so myself. But we're not going to put him in his hand yet. We're going to put on the rest of the upgrade kits before we do that. So let's put this aside for the moment. So let's start with the DK02. I'm going to break the seal. So for these guys, you may need a screwdriver. I know for DK04, for sure. This one, I'm about to find out. And how I know that is because on this one of the stickers shriveled, so I was able to see the instructions before the video. But everything is still sealed otherwise. So, here we have it. So those are the hands, the Cerebros legs slash side of the heads, and the midsection guns that I was talking about. So let's first take all the pieces out, just because I'm excited to see them. Here we are. So on the hands you have the, I want to say wrist, but it's more like top of hand guns that he have that the regular hands did not. The fingers are much more articulated. They even move side to side from each other. And the thumb is also articulated on this one, where it was not on the original hands. So you can see here, they do articulate a bit, but not. This one doesn't have just a swivel to come out and in and out. And these guys don't spread out, don't actually bend at all the joints. These ones do. This is going to be an awesome add-on. So let's open them up just to make sure that all the joints are nice. And limber. There we go. So that's the second hand. These are Cerebro's, or going to be Cerebro's legs. And then they open up like this. So we'll see what we're going to do with these in a few minutes. Just making sure. There we go. And the guns. Swivel system. So let's move on to the instructions. Product instructions. So this is what we have here. They are black and white. So for the hands, we are going to have to open up our Fort Max forearms. I'm just trying to understand the whole principle. So 1 second. This clips on the side. I'll figure that one out in a minute when I have everything installed. Just making sure. Oh, they just provide 2 sets of instruction. Alright. So let's start with those hands. So we're gonna lay down our friend. Remove the head because it's gonna change parts anyways. Now let's figure out where the disassembly happens. Right here. Here's my screwdriver. To get there. You see it is. Perfect. So that's one. The other one is deeper, so I'm going to try to use this. And I said A, but you may need multiple screwdrivers depending on the size that you're using. And there's 2 more over here. Well, are these smaller screws? Let's try. Apparently so. Oh, there's another one. this one is deep. And this one won't go there, and neither will. I think I might not be able to do this today. This is disappointing. That screw is way too far. Nope. Well, let's see if I can at least do the head for now. And I will come back to the hands. Let me see. So we have to... Okay, so there's 2 screws on each legs that we're gonna most likely have to take apart because we have to take the legs out to put the new legs on. Okay, so that's one. Trying, there we go, not to break the original legs. Back together. And I would recommend putting the screws back in right away, just so that way you keep all your parts together and you don't lose those screws. Because if you decide to ever take that upgrade kit out and put it back to regular look, then you'll need those. So there's one taken out here, and then come on, there we go. Let's put the screws back in. And there we are, second leg taken out. So we're going to take these ones and just like when you take the other one out, there's that peg that goes into the hole here at the bottom of the leg. This one will do the same. There's one to be taken out first, I see. Yeah, that's correct. So, wow, didn't make this easy to take out, eh? So there's this little mushroom-like peg that has to be taken out of there. And then, so one side, one second. I'm gonna make him into cerebros to know what's front from back, okay. So the leg panel, when you put it on, the leg panel has to be on the outside of the robot, like such, on one side, and then if I had the other leg, the panel would be out on this side. So So you want to put this in the hole, put the mushroom peg back in because it's going to hold it there, and then wrap this around. And there you have your new leg. Same thing on the other side. Mushroom bag, close the leg, and here we have it. So this is the new leg, and this is the old leg. Not just nicer, they're also longer, making Cerebros a little taller. And of course we'll put him with his face forward. He does some little lights and sound too. Alright, so we have that part completed. And then the guns. So the guns go into two places. So in modes other than robot, it would go attach under here apparently. Let me see. So it's supposed to latch on. Let me see. Like such. Still struggling to understand. Just give me 1 second. So this is supposed to clamp. Oh, I see. So this part here is removable. So this goes clamping on its own to the edge of Fort Max right here on that ramp, just on the edge. And then your cannon comes and snaps on. When this is closed, oh, come on. Basically, it's supposed to look like this. 1 second. And the cannons hang on the side. If I do this again with this one on the other side, alright, bring it down. And then they hang like such from the side. So that's when it's like in base mode or battle station mode or whatever other thing than bot mode, basically. So now, let's lift that up, back up. when you put them in bot mode, what did I just, oh, the screw from the arm, because I forgot that I loosened those. So 1 second. Put it on. Okay. So for the actual sight guns, so I think these are meant to stay, this part on the back here, because from what I understand, you don't need those to attach the guns over. So the guns, I think this one goes on the other side. So those 2 notches where this piece goes and sits in, these are going to sit in the side of Fort Max, holding the guns in place. So here we are. So there's those 2 pegs, there's 2 holes, clip to the side, and there's the gun. Same thing on the other side. And there you are. And those are non-permanent upgrade. They can be removed at any point. Don't need any adjustments or any screwing, as you could see. So if you ever decide to remove them, there they are. But whenever you transform, all you have to do with the guns is unsnap them, peg them to the base station, and boom, you're good to go. So as I was saying, I will, for the hands, get a screwdriver tomorrow that is longer. It's just a bit late here right now, but my superintendent will have what I need so I can borrow. And I will add these at the end of this video. I will edit it so you guys can see me do the change. So now we're gonna move on to our other upgrade kit. 1 second. DK04. Let's hope that we do not run into the same issue. So without further ado, we've already looked at the packaging. So here it is, folks. Let me move them back a little bit. So here we have it. This is the DK04 DNA Design Upgrade Kit. So here is one of the LE pads. And the foot piece. 2 of them. What appears to be a crotch piece, I believe. We're gonna see in a minute. And then the second foot. Some NT slippy straps, I believe. We're gonna see. A couple springs. Some rivet, I'm gonna call them. And 4 of these little gears. So let's start. Okay, so from what I understand, this is going to be the front piece. The front piece is going to become the back piece, and the back piece is just not going to be used. So, hopefully my screwdriver reaches deep enough. Let's get going. So, let me make some room to lay him down. keep the spray apart, not too far, because I'm going to need it. Alright, back down you go. Alright, so, smaller screws. Yeah, I think I'm going to have the same issue. Oh, maybe not. Or is this screwdriver too big? I think so. Wait a second. No. I'm gonna need a smaller, longer screwdriver because this one is too big. So we're gonna have to wait for that part. So I'm gonna do that again at the same time as the hands. I didn't think they were going to be that far in. So the next step is the legs. Lots of disassembly to do for this. So we're gonna have to turn it around. First, let's see if I can reach. Yes, this one I can. All right. Shoot. I got the screws. Okay. So let me see here. Okay. So one goes inside the... Why did they give us a spring? Let me see which one. Okay, I'm gonna replace the spring because they gave it. So one is the tinier one, so it goes inside the leg part on that circle right here. And then two is this one and goes over the spring. Then reassemble everything.